Welcome each and every one of you to episode number 25 of my challenge run through Dark Souls 3. This episode we go into the Keule catacombs. So the first thing I want to show right here is here's a little shortcut that we won't take because I want all the items, but you can drop down there and then you'll end up down there. But as I told, I'm not going to do that because I want to get all the items. So first thing we encounter is this skeleton, which isn't a completely normal one. You may notice that I didn't get any souls from killing it. That's because it's going to revive himself. But that happens only one time. Now I get my souls. And yeah, some of you can see it. Some skeletons have like glowy eyes. If you encounter an enemy with glowy eyes, and I'm not talking about these red glowing eyes. You see, these ones don't have glowy eyes at all. The other one we've already fought got like white glowing eyes. That's the thing we want to watch out for if we want to see it coming. If an enemy skeleton is going to revive itself. So last episode I talked about how this is going to be an extremely chilled episode, and you might have just realized that I'm running around one-shotting like everyone. That's because of two reasons. First reason, we are a little bit over leveled now that we have made the DLC area, and we also use a weapon that's extremely effective against the enemies here, because blunt weapons like our club are, you see, that's got the glowy eyes I was talking about, and now the eyes aren't anymore glowing. So the club we do have is obviously a blunt weapon, therefore it is pretty effective against the skeletons. So oh, that skeleton dropped something. Titanite shard and kukris. So yeah, there's nothing too special going on in this area. I think the catacombs are a pretty cool area. Got some pretty nice secrets here, and also it gives us access to a pretty amazing optional area. You're going to see that later. I wonder if I can like beat this area in one video.
Oh, hello. How very fortunate. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since. Yes, I see. Horace is a very probably. If you happen that I remain and will lay please send him my may the flames.
So we just found Henri, and Henri has lost Horace. You can find Horace, but not in the Keule catacombs. You find him in the area down below, which is the smoldering lake. That's the option area I just was talking about. And this crest got a pretty special thing to it, because right now, if you do nothing, you're good. There's nothing bad happening to you if you don't even look for Horace or never find out where he is. But if you find out, you have the option to remain silent and didn't tell Henri about it. And actually that's what you should do then. Because if Henri finds out that what happened to Horace, or like, there are actually different outcomes for Horace as well. Oh shit. And I'm dead. That was pretty stupid. I haven't thought about that skeleton ball coming back. But that's not a big deal because we kinda got everything in the upper level of this place. So we now can take the shortcut I was talking about earlier to drop down there. So basically what's with Horace? Horace is hollowed. So that means he's went full on mindless zombie mode and is hostile. If you find Horace and don't attack him but go away and tell Henri about where Horace is, Henri will go find him and Horace will kill Henri. If you find out where Horace is and kill him, you also can go and tell Henri about that. Henri then goes down there, finds Horace's dead body, and goes and is then depressed, and doesn't have the strength to go on his quest anymore, his or her quest. And the skeleton ball also is pretty special because they are those magician skeletons. If you kill them, the skeleton balls then will crush the next time they go into a war, like now. And they drop something. It's an bone shot, which is pretty amazing. So you shouldn't miss on that. Actually, the first time I went through this area, I didn't even realize that that there's this guy, and I thought the skeleton balls that you can't destroy them at all. But I guess you always learn new things. And at some point I just learned that I can kill the skeleton ball by killing the skeleton mages, which will cause the balls to drop me very nice items. So be sure to destroy the skeleton boys if you have the opportunity, if you're at this place, because you will want those undead bone shards. So now we can drop down here to get faster through the area, but we don't need that. So yeah, if you haven't upgraded your weapon yet when you're at this place to the point that you need large titanite shards, or if you like upgrade multiple weapons, this is a pretty good place to farm up your titanite shards, because you might have noticed it already, like every special enemy in this area, every a little bit strong enemy has a quite high chance of dropping you a titanite shard. And right now we just found the first bonfire inside of the Carthage catacombs. And I just realized that I haven't collected my swords again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport to the Abyss Watch's place, drop down to the lower end of the shortcut we just took, and then I will collect my swords, and then I probably just use a undead bone shard to teleport back to the last bonfire I rested at, and then teleport to the bonfire we just unlocked. I'm doing it that way because I'm a lazy son of a bitch, and yeah, I don't want to spend too much time running around stupidly, but I want those souls. The Carthus Catacombs feels a little bit similar to the Catacombs in Dark Souls 1. I'm not sure, but I think it's quite possible that the Carthus Catacombs and the Catacombs are like the same place, or at least pretty close to each other, or in somewhere connected. The fact that there are so many skeletons as enemies, and that both are catacombs, kinda make me think like that. And even if they aren't connected in lore-wise or in like a geographic way in the world of Dark Souls, then I think even the people who made it were thinking about the catacombs when doing this dungeon. It is basically Dark Souls 3's catacombs, so there's nothing else to say about that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run here and kill that big rat, and then, I'm kidding, some small rats. Now I'm using some ember to ember myself up. The reason for that is here's another NPC invader that we want to kill. That guy is actually pretty strong. So he's not in this direction. I'm just going here because I don't want to waste any time by just staying around when I'm actually able to collect some items. So I'm actually not too eager to kill all the slimes here, because they're really tanky and they don't give you a lot of souls. The reason I'm going to this place is simply because there's this, and actually here you have to be careful because there are slimes that can fall down on you. I want to look at the rings for a moment. So this ring doesn't really help us too much. So we have like two interesting rings that both buff our dodging roll. And I also think that these two rings doesn't really help us. Therefore, I'm just going to pick up these two. Now we have like this roll where we get a little bit invisible. And the other ring just boosts the range we dodge through. So right now here should the NPC invader should join us any moment. Like this is the place he's going to spawn. There he comes. So that one is extremely strong. If you aren't over leveled, that guy might be extremely hard for you. He most of the time is able to kill a player with like 2 shots, I think, is pretty standard. And actually, even though it doesn't seem like it, but he really is fucking tanky. And we got a gesture for killing him and his ring. So I'm just going to swap out this ring again. Yep, because this ring boosts rolling invincibility, which is extremely nice, but we get less tanky when we take this on, so I'm just going to take the Night Slayer's ring, because using that increased the amount of stamina that we can take out of our enemies if we hit their blocks. So now we're going here and killing this guy. And now we can go here. I think we go here. We go here for now. So there's the little crystal lizard. We're going to kill that one. And then we are going to kill this guy. Taking this item here. Taking whatever that guy dropped. Now we go here and you see this extremely suspicious place with a lot of bones lying around, and if you progress further, they, of course, they all get to life again, and usually you don't want to take that fight, as there's really a lot of skeletons. So where I'm going now is I'm opening a secret passage, or like you can go there, or you take the secret passage here. Both lead to the same place. That guy's trolling me so hard right now. And he actually gets up again. So now there's this archer dude. Oh, that was actually close. I don't think that the trap would have killed us, but still, we were pretty lucky there. So, and here's another magician dude, so we kill that one. Now the bone ball down there is, got destroyed, and this one actually contained crabs. I don't know why, but this thing just contained a crab. And this item, excuse me, a dark gem. So what we want to do now is we can go this way up there now. I think well, we have to go here. This is the only way. Now we can go over the bridge, or we go this way. Here we find Henri again, but oh yeah, Henri already is here. So this is like where you can find Henri now.
Oh yeah, I saw.
To tell her or him about Horace. So I'm just going to head on face the skeletons now. You know what? I'm not going to face those guys anymore. I'm going to run down here. I might just... no. I'm just going to leave now. So I have almost no I have no healing left. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit this bridge, because if you hit it, it will collapse. And then the skeletons may fall down. You actually can take out a lot of skeletons this way. And the ladder is going to be... the bridge is going to be a ladder now, leading to the secret area, the smoldering lake I just talked about. And here we got the boss of the Keule catacombs. It's Volnir. And it just got invaded, so yeah. Sorry, mate, but you know what? I might just going to take the fight with that guy. I mean, there he is. Dude. If he doesn't want to fight, then I'm going to do the boss now. Fuck that. I would have liked to have a little fight just now, but okay. So, boss fight against Volnir now starts. This boss fight is kind of special. For once, the area we fight is not like the room we just were in. It's like a place we are only there for this boss fight and for nothing else. And also, it's a little bit like a gimmick boss fight. You know, Volnir, you're going to see it soon, is pretty huge, and yeah. Now watch closely as we take this item there. You already can see his hands. His hand there. That's his hand. And there he is. So you wanna destroy his braces. Oh shit. And you don't wanna stay in his body. If you stand in his foggy body, you're going to take damage. Also, he's pretty blunt damage is really good against him, and I already have beaten the boss fight. That was ridiculously easy. To be serious, Volnir generally isn't a hard boss fight. I mean, I have beaten him like 5 times before I realized what his fight actually is about, because he can summon a sword he can use to fight, and he also is able to summon skeleton minions in the fight. He kind of pukes them out, and I've never seen those moves because he always dies so fast. I mean, this was extremely super easy right now, so but yeah. Basically, the idea is you want to push him down into the abyss, and his braces are like anchors that keep him in the normal world, keep him from falling down into the abyss. By destroying them, he just falls down into the abyss, and then he's done for. So, episode number 25. We have beaten the Keule catacombs extremely fast, extremely easy. So next episode we might just go to the smoldering lake. If we are able to, or maybe we can go to the Ringed City DLC now. Not sure about that. I might just wanna do a little bit of the main game now before I go into the Ringed City, because I don't want to be too over leveled for the main game. I mean, you just saw how extremely easy that was. I mean, yeah, the Carthage Catacombs aren't a really hard area, but that was a little bit ridiculously easy. So, still, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you had fun. So, see you in the next episode, and goodbye.